MP, or one of the MPs, Mr. Kelvin Hopkins.
Thank you, Howard, and good evening. Thank you, first of all, for inviting me to this wonderful occasion. It's very special for me for a particular reason. I'm a Member of Parliament for Luton North, which is this area, and as you probably know, each constituency has one MP, and in the whole of Eastern region of England there are about 60 constituencies, 60 MPs, which is bigger than Scotland. But guess which constituency has the largest African Caribbean community in the whole of Eastern region of England? Luton North, indeed. So when I speak in Parliament, I'm speaking for you in particular, and I don't forget that. Howard talked a lot about inspiration, and inspiration is important. We must have people to look up to, people we aspire to be like. And interestingly, when I was very young, about 14 years old, I fell in love with a wonderful music called jazz. And jazz was invented and created by African Americans, by black African Americans and African Caribbeans. And all my heroes when I was a teenager were black. That's music, and I learned to play the saxophone, to try to play as well as all those great jazz musicians. I got reasonably good, but not that good. But I still love jazz to this day, and I've got my jazz tie on today. This is my parliamentary jazz tie with the saxophone on it. But there are other inspirations. My other great love in life is politics, of course. And inspiration comes there too. And the inspirations I had when I was very young, people like Paul Robeson, a great African-American singer, a great intellectual, a great politician, a great man in so many ways who suffered in his life, but he was a great model, and Paul Robeson was black, he was an African-American. Martin Luther King. We've all heard of Martin Luther King, another great inspiration that I admire to this day. And indeed, one of the proudest moments of my life was when my daughter, who went to Denby High School, which had lots of African Caribbean friends, she wrote a play about the life and death of Martin Luther King in the style of a Greek drama, and that was absolutely one of the proudest moments of my life. So again, an inspiration. Nelson Mandela, another black, black person, but not African American, of course, is African, and a personal hero of mine in politics. And so it goes on. And I've had this extraordinary experience where most of the great inspirations in my life have actually been black people rather than white people. And I'm very pleased about that. And I think you should be very proud of all the great people that have come from your communities over the last 100 years and before. And indeed, what we're about today is some of you becoming great people and successful in life in future as well. Maybe not successful in quite those terms, but doing the best you can. Doing the best you can, achieving in your life, developing a pride in yourself and self-respect, and saying, I've done my bit, I've done as best I can, I'm doing what I want to do in life. And education is fundamental to that, because if we don't get through a bit of education and get some of the necessary skills, we can't achieve our dreams. We have to have a bit of that. We have to, even when we're playing music, we have to practice, we have to learn. And we've got a wonderful pianist here. I heard him playing a few chords early on. I'd love to go and have a go myself, but I won't tonight, because we've got some real professionals. But we have to, I think, follow inspiration. We have to work hard, and we have to aim high. And all of us have to do that. And that's the way forward. And it's sometimes quite hard, especially when you're at school. And I remember being at school and it was hard, and sometimes you fail an exam, and sometimes you don't do quite so well as you should do. But you keep on plugging away, because in the end, it's worth it. And if you can get through school and get through those qualifications and do as best you can, then you've got a basis for a good, successful life later on. And whatever you do in life, you can always say, I did my best. And certainly I try and do that. So that's what I think tonight is about. We're celebrating the achievement of some young people who've done very, very well, and we must congratulate all of them. We're going to give them some awards later on. But we have some good news. I mean, the schools in Luton, many of them are very good. Some have been through difficulties, including this one. but they've actually started to dramatically improve. Both Lea Manor and Halyard have both this year come out of special measures. A lot of children have been through those schools, are at them now. They're doing much better. And all the schools in Luton are now doing much better, and I think there's a great opportunity, another of Howard's words, opportunity. The opportunity is there because the schools are good. We also have in Luton two of the best colleges in the country. Barnfield College is the best further education college in the country. It got a grade 1 in its inspection. It was the first college ever to be given beacon status by the government, presented by ministers at Westminster, and I was there when it was presented. Very proud moment, and there are hundreds of colleges across the country. Barnfield College is the best. And this year too, we've had Luton Sixth Form College, where I'm a governor. And we have the student governor with us here, young Michael, I know him very well. And that this year got a grade 1 in its inspection. It's been given beacon status. It's in the top 10% of the country. And many young people from the African Caribbean community go to Luton Sixth Form College and to Barnfield College, and the opportunities are there. Some more good news is that only this week we've discovered that at the Sixth Form College, African Caribbean pupils, more of them are going there, and more of them are doing well. And there's a significant improvement in performance amongst the African Caribbean students at the Sixth Form College. So that's good news as well. I think we're on our way, you're on your way, and you're going to do brilliantly in life. These awards, I think, are just a way of saying to you, this is what can happen if you try your best and do well at school and at college. I think you're going to do well. I'm proud to represent you all in Parliament, and I'm looking forward to applauding all your successes this evening. Thank you for inviting me.